I saw February, I did a reaction on Jeff Satur's Ghost, and I was told that I need to do the second part of the story, which is Yellow Leaf. And so I'm going to do that. Just a reminder, in Ghost, my interpretation was that because of the disconnect, there seems to be a disconnect between Jeff and the woman. Like so I thought that maybe those scenes where they were together, he was actually just remembering all of these things, but it wasn't the present. And I thought, maybe did she die or something like that? And then there was just the scene where Jeff was being tortured or something, and and then the girl helped him escape. So, and then there was this guy who looked like him. Well, it was him. It was played by him. So maybe I thought, I don't know, like maybe a twin or something, Jeff's twin. And so so apparently, so in my interpretation was that all those scenes where they were together, he was just recalling them, but it was him who actually left the girl. Okay, so that was my interpretation, but it wasn't clear to me, like, why did he leave? Who is this other Jeff or whatever? But they said that once I watch this, it'll be clearer to me. So let's get to it. This is part of his album, by the way, so I hope that you stream or buy his album if you can. Is she remembering? Oh, who's that? Hmm? What? Who? I thought it was going to be clearer. It's becoming it's becoming more confusing for me. Okay, first let me comment on the music. Jeff is he is brave. He's really not. This is just an acoustic guitar, so he's relying on three things to make the song beautiful: the guitar, his voice, and the lyrics. And well, he didn't disappoint. It is pure poetry, and that's one thing that I love about Jeff. He writes with substance. I think if you regularly watch my channel, you would know that I appreciate many songs that don't really say much. Like they call it post language. You know, they would like say words that don't really mean anything, and they would repeat it because it's catchy or whatever, and that's fine. I listen to some of those songs every now and then, but the ones that I really appreciate are songs that have the songs with substance, basically, and they don't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be too deep. It can be something fun or whatever, but at least it has a story at the very least. So, and that's what I appreciate about him. When he creates a song, that he's saying something. So you're not just it's not just he is so his voice actually sounds 10 times more beautiful because he's singing something. Okay, let's continue. Ah, so she's still communicating with the Jeff that left. Huh. So is that like the evil twin? The other one is the evil twin? Is that okay?
จะบอกว่าต้องนานนานสักเท่าไหรอาจจะเลยวิว่าคงเราไปอีกแสนไกลบางทีสายผมของเราอาจเปลี่ยนไปบางทีเลยไปวันที่นิทราชั่วนิรันดร์แต่ว่าความรักยังพูดไปไม่พอสักทีให้บอกเธอไปก็คงไม่หมดจะจดจำได้ทุกคำหรือเปล่าต้องใช้เวลาอีกตั้งมากมายที่เธอได้ยินเป็นเพียงส่วนน้อยในใจแต่ละชีวิตก็คง
Okay. I think I'm starting to understand the story, but there's still a lot of loose ends. Another thing to note about this is that this is an old style kind of love song. It's so rare nowadays for guys to release ballads that are just dedicated to just serenading a woman, just talking about how much they love a woman. And so this is such a it's a breath of fresh air, not because it's a new style, but because it's a classic style that has not been used for a long time. Like, it's so rare for any kind of ballad, a love song by a guy. Just, it's been so long, you don't hear them talk like this anymore, and you're sort of bringing that back, just singing about the purity of his love for the woman. Okay, so second is that the so is that so I guess the the other Jeff learned that the woman is keeping in touch with the Jeff that left, and so I think that's why they're fighting. Okay, so I don't know, are they twins? That's the only explanation I could come up with in my head, because they look alike. Unless, as I've said, this is more a representation of something, but I don't think so. So I think they're twins. All right, let's continue. Who died? The woman died? Oh, wait. Oh, what? What? So this is the girl, because they recreated the scene in Ghost. So I'm pretty sure that this is the girl, because they recreated the scene. So, but he didn't grow old. And so it was the other Jeff that died? Okay. So the other Jeff died. She grew old. Why did he not grow? Is he a vampire? This is becoming even more confusing for me. Is he a vampire? Wait, wait. Or something, I guess, like, I don't know, a clone? Because he had things on his back. Remember in the beginning of the music video, when he was in the tub, there he had stuff on his back. So unless it's like a different kind of vampire that needed stuff on his back, I don't know. So, but I don't think he's like normal, because he didn't grow old and she did. Okay, so I guess he came back to take care of her or be with her until the end. Love his voice. I love his voice. Oh my God. That is such a sad line. The story is yet untold fully. I guess it's a reality. It's like, oh my God, that's sad. It feels like he's saying that we all have an untold story, an unfinished story in our lives, that no matter what we do, there will always be a story that we will never get to finish. Oh, that's painful. Okay. So he leaves. Oh, she's dead. Huh. Mm, I guess that's the only part I don't get. Like, what was he exactly? Or maybe it's something that Jeff is leaving us to interpret. Maybe that's it. He didn't really, or maybe I didn't get it. Could be one of those things. Um, but I think more. So I, for now, just for my sanity, I'm just going to settle with that. That this is something he intentionally left for us to sort of come up with our own interpretation. Um, but there's just some things. I think one of the loose ends for me is that in the beginning of this second part in Yellow Leaf, there was the some sort of a box where Jeff was inside. Then they covered it or something. So is there a third kind of Jeff or something? And then there were pictures of like the uh, uh, the brain, the human brain or something. So maybe it is the second Jeff was actually a creation, a copy, a clone, or something of the first Jeff, or maybe he was a twin that they modified or something like that. I'm not sure. Um, but I think the more than anything is really the message that he left, that there, and he said it in the end, that there will be a story that will be left untold. And it's such a sad thing, because it is true. If you come and think of it, there will always be something great in our lives that we probably will never finish. Or no, that there are a lot of things in our lives that we will be left unfinished, and it's just up to us to try and finish those stories, especially if there are other people involved. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be a story of love. It could be just forgiving somebody, or a secret you have kept that, you know, if you would just tell, it will set people free or something like that. Just something, a part in our lives that we will not close because of some excuse that we keep on coming up with. But let's just hope, let's try our best, especially in the latter parts of our lives when we're a little older, if we can just close as many stories in our lives, it would be better. You know, go back to the people that you have never spoken with, or maybe somebody who has offended you, and just to tell them that you have forgiven them and that you have moved on. Or you probably can apologize to somebody you have offended or hurt or something like that. Just any an incomplete story. Let's try to complete as many stories as we can in our lives. I think that's the whole point of it. It's beautiful. I love how his voice is so chill in this one, and I think that only goes to show just how raw, how beautiful Jeff's voice is in its raw form. All right, I hope that you give him a chance, please. If you haven't, stream his songs, watch his music videos. He has an album, stream it. He's really talented. I hope you liked that. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe and hit that notification button. And of course, share the video if you can. I'm already starting to upload some stuff in my Patreon. Please subscribe there. Thank you so much if you do. There is a free membership, so just for some things in Asian entertainment and Asian culture that I choose not to talk about in YouTube, I will just, because of sensitivities, and you know, there will be a lot of people that will not be open-minded, I'll talk about it there. So please subscribe. As I've said, there's a free membership there. That's it, actually. Thank you so much, and please also follow me on all the social media links that you see on your screen right now. Thank you.